This is a box grader, or some people call it a land planer. Today we got gravel coming in to start building that road. This area was very steep, it's not great to build the road on. I'm kind of behind schedule. We had a fuel leak on the skid steer. I lost basically this whole week. Hopefully we can get this all done. So I think last time you guys were out here, we didn't have anything cleared on this front side. Originally the owner said, we're gonna clear just the back, we're gonna leave the front natural. He saw the back and how it looked, and he goes, let's clear the front too, because that looks awesome. We also went down to the road and we took out the fence line, and then all the way through that 1,000 feet that we're building on that road, we went and took all those oaks out. So today we got gravel coming in to start building that road. The only thing we have left over here is obviously burning, and then we also have to go through and surface mulch this. You can really tell the difference about how this ground looks to what it looks like surface mulched over there. So you might remember this area from the last video. If you haven't watched that last video, you can watch that right here. This area is his 60 foot of entrance. This 60 feet goes all the way back about 1,000 feet before his property opens up into about 10 acres back there. What we did is came in here, rolled up that fence over there. You can see it rolled up into a bundle. And then we came in here, removed all this grass from here. This is almost ready. Got a couple little things to cut here, and then we can start building this road back in there. So right where you're standing, if you look straight down, go ahead, look straight down. There was a tree right there, and then there was actually another tree right here, and they were leaning over, they were dipping pretty low, so we had to take those out to get the road in here. Right now the limbs are maybe 18 feet high, which is more than enough to get in here. But when these two trees were here, or these two groupings of trees were here, they were maybe only 10 feet high, which is okay for like a pickup. But if you want to get a truck back in here for gravel or building a house or any kind of materials, you need at least 14 feet to get that type of equipment and materials through. And those are actually right here. These were pretty aged oaks, and we hate taking out aged oaks, but it was necessary for us to build that road and give him access. We went ahead and separated the trunks from the branches. Those branches will be burned, and then these trunks over here, he's actually gonna cut this up into firewood. We're gonna come through and make sure this is all level. All the grass is gone, all the rocks, there's no big rocks sticking up. After that's all done, we'll actually come through with the mulcher, and we'll surface mill the top of this. So any of the leftover rocks sticking up, we'll go ahead and make level. Pretty rocky over here. So this area was kind of very steep right here. It kind of came up and hit a lip and then went over, which is not great to build a road on. I didn't know really how we were gonna go around this. We talked about bringing fill dirt in and putting it down here to build it up. But I decided, I was like, why don't we just go ahead and start taking out some of this dirt and see what we have. And we had a lot of rock, but also a lot of dirt. So we actually just moved this hill sideways. Everything from this top where you can kind of see that lip on the side by these trees over here, we moved all that dirt down here to this corner to kind of level everything off. Before it was kind of like this, we went and made a level like this. Got a rock in my track. Not sure how that happened. Must have came up on the wheel, and I was like, what's that noise? I look over and there's a big rock sitting on my track. So that rock there is why we don't clear by dozing, because that rock came from underneath those trees. So when I pulled those trees, that rock came up. Now you do that all over the place and that rock will be everywhere on this property. Very first day we were out here looking at this property, there was a big rock pile right here.
This rock's been piled here basically for the last 2 years.
And we actually talked to them. We said, do you want to haul that off or do we just want to move to the side? We started getting some numbers on hauling it off and it was a pretty quick answer, just move it to the side. We just brought the excavator in here and just moved those rocks, and you can see how big these rocks are. They're as big as I am. And these rocks actually came from a previous burn where we came in with a dozer and we cleared this area. Those rocks down there where we pulled up 1 or 2 trees, we had 3 or 4 rocks. Dozing, you get this type of thing where you have all the rocks being pulled up. So the road will actually be built right through here, going right through where the excavator is right there. I'm kind of behind schedule. I was supposed to have this all prepped and ready to go. We had a couple of things come up. We had a fuel leak on the skid steer. That took 2 days. Had my anniversary with Monica yesterday. We had to take off the whole day, go to a spa, get all scrubbed and massaged down. I lost basically this whole week just doing different things out here. Right now it's a Thursday. Hopefully we can get this all done pretty quickly here and we can get ready for that gravel. And I'll probably be spreading gravel, coming back down here and switching attachments back and forth. So you'll see a lot of that. Is there a couple drinks in here too? Or? Yeah, thank you. Well, you know you're got a good piece of land where you can get Uber Eats delivered. If you want to, for now, just back up, fill in these areas right here. If you just dump right here, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piles, so.
It's gonna be like 3 hours.
Yeah, so I'm thinking if you just do that, then you'll be fine.
All right.
Yep, and I'll be able to stay ahead of you.
Well, we'll get rolling.
All right, man, thank you. John's. John was borrowing it the other day from me. So if you want to hop on the mule, we'll run up there and grab that. So this thing here, this attachment, this is a box grader, or some people call it a land planer. There's different names for it, but basically all it is there's two blades in here. You can adjust these up and down based on how deep you want to cut. What I use it for mostly is leveling everything. So it's nice and wide, and then it'll push gravel. So as the front one goes along, it'll cut off whatever's not level across that 5-foot area. And then as it starts cutting more, it'll roll that material into the middle. And then the middle one is actually just set up a little bit higher than the front one. It's making a level underneath of it. If I'm not using a dozer, like we're not using a dozer today, I'll take the bucket and just try to get it spread out. And then I'll come in with the land grader and I'll smooth everything out so it's nice and smooth. Everything's nice and level, and it's evenly distributed around the road from one side to the other. This one's kind of nice because it has these pieces here. Now these are made for like a rake to go in. What I use it for is a bucket placement. So I'll take my other bucket and put it right on here and then release that and then just grab this one. I'm up at the barn and I want to come down and level the road. I can take both the bucket and this at the exact same time in one trip. I also have cutters down here. I can take these pins out here and I can drop these down to these little spikes, and I can actually rip up gravel if I want to, like older gravel that needs to be conditioned. I don't do that a whole lot, but I have done it a couple times, but it's kind of a pain to do it that way. It's not very friendly to rocks, so you get a rock between that piece and that tract, and it's just not a fun day. So I just don't really use those that much. I'm gonna keep playing. So we went ahead and cleared out the area with the skeleton bucket. Then you've seen me mulch it. And now we're surface milled all the way up to the county line, or that's about the 1,000-foot point. Now we're still gonna go further past that, but that is not done yet, and that's gonna take a little bit more time. But this 1,000 feet will probably take about 2 to 3 days to put in, so I have space to keep working. And as you can see, they're coming every about 45 minutes, I bring a truckload. So it just takes time to do this. But now we're building this road. We have it connected to the main road, and we'll probably only get over this hill. So yeah, we're gonna keep spraying gravel, keep building the road. How's it going, man? You want to back up the hill just a little bit? That's easier for me to push it down the hill and push it up the hill. So we got most of the clearing done today. We got maybe about 500, 600 feet of road built, but in the next video, we'll probably have all that done. We'll have more of the clearing done, kind of getting wrapped up and getting ready to burn. Maybe the next thing you'll see is burning, but I want to thank Hauling Texas for coming out, delivering this gravel. They always have great prices. They're in Spring Branch, Bulverde, and I got Mike here, one of their employees. What do you think about Hauling Texas? Tell us about Hauling Texas.
Hauling Texas is a great company. We have the finest trucks, the finest prices, the finest drivers. I don't know what to say. Everybody says we're the best. Yeah.
So, good Trump impersonation. If they somebody wants to get a hold of Hauling Texas, how do they do it?
They're called Big Boss Man, or the Little Boss Man. Little Boss Man, Micah Kennedy. He's the owner.
Okay. Maybe the phone number right here.
Yeah.
Do you want give them a call right here? This phone number.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Well, I appreciate it. We'll see you guys for a couple more days.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks, buddy. Today, we're gonna start burning piles. Come on, baby, go. The fire's left unattended. Does it burn? Usually does. Don't try this at home, kids.